It's JG here with EARTH-5D, back for another video for you. Welcome to my channel, EARTH-5D University, where you are the light and the light is the way. Thank you for being here. I'm excited to have you. Today we're going to talk about multidimensionality. What does that actually mean to be multidimensional, right? It's a common word now that we hear out there that the world is multidimensional. It's just not one dimension, it's not two dimensions, it's not three dimensions, it's multiple dimensions, right? We are in the third dimension currently, and we are working our way to the fifth. So EARTH-5D stands for the fifth dimension, right? This is about accessing a frequency that's slightly higher than the third. The fourth dimension is non-physical, and then the fifth dimension is physical. Okay, so it's in the fourth dimension when we focus our attention on what we want to create in our mind's eye, when we're using our gifts to imprint onto reality. It's the fourth dimension where we do our visualizations and we spend time focusing on our intention on what we want to create. And it's when we spend time using our I am statements and all the tools that we use to create and generate our future, right, and our current reality. It's the fourth dimension that we're using. Okay, so the interesting thing about dimensions, guys, is that we're constantly accessing other parts of ourselves in these dimensions. So we have a whole universe of support out there to help us, because we are the universe. I always say it, the YOU universe. So the universe, we are the universe. So having that in mind, knowing that we are the universe, what does that actually mean? What are we accessing when we're praying? Who are we accessing? Who is our light family, right? Who are those people over there? Who am I talking to? Who am I getting guidance from? So this is all very important to think about as you're creating your life into the fifth dimension. When you're using manifestation to create what you want, whether it's that divine union, whether it's that beautiful job, whatever you're working on, multidimensionality is a really important part of that these days. So the reason why is because we now have access as humans to more light frequency. So on the third dimension, because of all of the consciousness being brought in from the higher realms, we have access to higher truths, higher understandings. What do I mean by higher? It means that we're able to get more clarity about what's happening in frequencies that are resonating, oscillating at a frequency that's moving faster than we are. So that higher vibration, that higher frequency is guidance. So it's light. We are light beings in having a physical experience. So we know now that our physical bodies, even though they're as physical can be, right? We can feel them. It's all energy. It's dense energy combined, compacted to be physical matter, right? The table, the bed, the mirror behind me, everything is energy. Everything is frequency. So we now have access to the multidimensional realities around us. That means that we can hear our light family in new and improved ways. We can talk to the angelic realm. We can talk to people who have crossed over to the other side, So what you need to understand that will help you as you're learning to be more 5D is to get access to those other dimensions by just simply intending to. So I had a client call recently with a young lady who is now part of my spiritual direction clients. So she's looking for guidance spiritually. And we were talking about, how do you know that what you're accessing over there is light? How do you know? And well, the biggest way you know is because it's your intention to do that. Your intention is what creates your ability to connect to your light family, to connect to the multiverse of yous out there having a higher vibrational experience. So you are present in different dimensions, and it is with your intention that you can connect to that energy and get that information. Okay, Nothing can take that power away from you. You have access to that 24/7, 365. Now, if in the third dimension, you've experienced a lot of trauma, you've experienced a lot of difficulties in your life, you will feel some amount of like a block, okay guys? But you have the ability to clear that block. You can just ask your light family. You just say, hey, light family, wherever you are in the fifth dimension, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, whoever is available to help me, my intention is for you to come here and help me heal this block, so that I have a closer frequency to you. I have a higher understanding of where you are and where I need to be on earth. Because like I always say, if you've watched my other videos, you're here having a third dimensional experience. And when we come into the third dimension, we lose access to so many of our tools that we're used to using in every other higher frequency. Telepathy, clairvoyance, claircognizance, you know, all the tools that we're used to using, all the senses that we have in higher dimensions, you know. In higher dimensions, language isn't really even needed, you know. You can just, it's all telepathy. And so I think a lot of you who come to this channel are already beginning to experience this, if you have a divine union, or even if you don't have a divine union, and you're just really starting to wake up your consciousness. So it's important to understand that you're not alone in the third density. You didn't just drop in here, got born, you know, into your family, and now you're totally disconnected, you know. It feels like that, right? It feels like, oh my God, I'm here all alone. I feel like I'm cut off from all the love and the light that, you know, I used to know. And here I am, and I'm not sure what to do with my life. You know, I don't know what being in the 3D means anymore. What does it even mean? If you don't define yourself by what other people think you should be, or what society thinks you should be, then who are you, right? And this is one of the biggest questions that I ask people, like, who are you and why are you here? And so these are very, very important things to consider right now, okay, in your life. So when you access this multiverse that's available to you, you will get answers. It is like suddenly you have a connection just with your intention to this new radio frequency of like support. And they're almost like at the control, like they have their headset on, you know, and their microphone, and they're like just waiting. They're like, hello, hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? And all of a sudden, when you hear them, it's like, zzz, we made contact, and they're all excited, and they're like having a party, you know, in the background, and everyone's super excited because your light family can now hear you. Okay? So this is important. The reason why this whole multiverse thing is important is because you aren't this small itty bitty being right here named yourself. You know, you are massive, and you have a whole network of family to connect to that want to help you, that are assigned to help you. But you have to ask, because this is free will zone here on earth. You gotta ask, okay guys? So mainly, whatever you take away from this video today, just know that is with your intention that you connect to those higher frequencies, okay? There are plenty of people on earth that are connecting to negative frequency by choice, okay? That's up to them. It has nothing to do with your reality. It has nothing to do with you. You can see that with readings, you know, and you can see that with other people who are sharing spiritual information. You know, if it's feeling limited, you know, if it's feeling constricted, if it's not coming to you based on light and expansion, then they're just choosing to access information from a lower frequency. And so there's plenty of energy out there, and it is your intention that will connect you. So there's nothing to be afraid of. It's all based on your power and your intention. Okay guys, so if your intention is, universe, I just want to create more love and joy in my life. It's my intention to connect to the highest frequency available to me to help me accomplish this in my life. I surrender this day to you, light family. Please help me to work in this multiverse. Help me to allow magic to happen. Allow science to happen in my life that I don't understand to create what it is that I need, what it is that I need to be happy, what it is I need to be whole here. And so there's a lot of mystery out there, right? And I'm not a scientist, but there's a lot out there in terms of energy and frequency and how it works on Earth and new ways it's working on Earth. Just know that you have access to all of that help and support at any moment. And just know it is your intention, your clear intention to connect to it, that you will connect to those light forces. Now, some of us, you might at times, you might feel this compression from like negativity, right? Mainly from people in your life. And so if you're feeling a compression of negativity coming your way from someone in your life, someone who did something not nice, not everyone can be, riding on a cloud of joy all the time, right? There's times when we're cranky with one another, but if you're feeling, or there's people out there that are just straight up not nice, right? So if you're feeling that kind of compression upon you, that kind of negative frequency, that's how you know it's negative. It's very compressing. It feels very restrictive. When it's the light, guys, it feels like, ooh, expansive. And even though it might feel scary, right? Even though it might feel like a little scary, in that expansiveness, it's still expansive. It is absolutely limitless, and you are limitless. So that's how you know that what you're connecting to is light. That's how you discern it. It feels expansive. It doesn't feel like limitation. It doesn't feel like a door just got shoved in your face. Nope, it's not this. Nope, it's not that. You are the creator of your reality. And so you have a limitless access to light, okay? So if something feels expansive to you and light, you're like, oh, that feels great, thank you, then that's your light family. If you feel like compression and fear, then that's just not energy you need in your life. You feel tight, you feel angry, right? Not something you need in your life. And so even if you're stuck in a lot of negative frequency right now because you've made some choices in your life that have kind of built a fortress of negative things around you, because it happens, guys, we're human. And so if you have kind of like a fortress of negative things around you, just simply choose something different. It's that simple. You have that much power over creation. You just say, I intend for something different today. I intend to only work with my light family. From this day forward, I intend to only work with my light family in the multiverse. These are higher parts of yourself that are available happening simultaneously at a higher frequency, having a life experience at a higher frequency that's just waiting with their headset on. That's just a metaphor. They don't need a headset. Sitting at some control tower waiting for you to listen. So okay guys, I want to hear you today. I'm willing to do that. I want to hear you because I want to work now from this multiverse of energy. I'd love to work with you, light family. I'd love to work with you, higher parts of myself. I'd love to work with you, angelic realm, so that I can experience beauty on this earth. So I can experience the fifth dimension right here and right now. All right, guys, so you're the intention. You're the one that chooses what you connect to on the other side. There's a whole multiverse of energy for you available to help you to construct your life, to reconstruct or construct your life here on Earth. And you can discern it, where you're coming from, by the freedom that it brings you, by the expansion that it brings you, by the openness that it brings you. And when you're in that open place, and you're feeling expansive, that's where you want to be. So just keep following that expansive train. Stay in that expansive mode. And if you slip from it, no big deal. Just work yourself back with your intention. Okay, guys, you're that powerful. You're that strong. And there's that much help out there in the world. In the worlds, I should say in the worlds, right? It's here for you, though. So you're not alone. It's right here for you. You're not alone on this earth. So many of you feel that way, I know. you're not alone, okay? So ask for help, ask for support. It's here for you. Begin with your intention today. I'll do another activation. Let's do it. So, universe, thank you for bringing everyone here today to learn how to connect with the multiverse of support and loving light from light family, from the angelic realms, from all the other beings that are available to help us raise our frequency on earth. And as we join together to raise our own personal frequency, we raise the frequency of the planet. So I raise my hand today and I say yes to the support from my higher self, from the multiverse of support that is around creation, that's available for me in this world right now that we're living in, with our feet on the ground, you know, with the world that we're in right now. It doesn't matter where we find ourselves today. Even if so, it doesn't matter how stuck you feel. It's with your intention right now that we all choose this higher frequency of the multiverse to connect to today, to help us raise our vibration and raise the vibration of the planet, to make healthy life choices, to guide us down this path of life, to guide us forward. And we ask this in body and mind and spirit, through all time and space and consciousness. It's done, it's done, it's done. So it is. All right, guys. Lots of love, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.